If you're single in this absolutely abysmal amalgamation of a day and age that we live in, then this video might be for you. I found something on TikTok that really piqued my interest, and I'm sure that if you don't have a sad little algorithm like little old me, then you may find this interesting because it may not be populating on your For You page. I know it's For You page. Well, now it's For All of You page. If you got to marry your high school sweetheart, or you are happily married and you met that person early on in your early 20s or your late teenage years, lucky you, this video may not pertain to you, but you could at least take this information and pass it on to your kids. And if you don't plan on having kids and you still want to see this information and think that it may pertain to you, you can always help out your single friends and put some things into perspective for them. I like that a lot. So, what is the biggest problem with modern dating? Oh, where to begin? There's a million different things going on nowadays. Dating apps have taken over absolutely everything. People are completely enthralled with their own ego and their pride. They can't put it aside for 1 minute. No one wants to be honest anymore. No one thinks it's fun to be faithful anymore. No one thinks that it's interesting to have just that one person around that you can rely on anymore. I say this, I'm just droning on. It's not entirely true. Not everybody's like that. I've had some bad experiences. I've had some good experiences. But for all those bad ones that I've had, I'd like to share with you what might be going on in the world. Because some of these things I didn't even think about until this popped up for me. So let's get into it. So the first thing that I'm looking at here, a lot of people are so afraid of commitment and putting in mutual effort that they would rather be in a situationship than an actual healthy adult relationship. That is absolutely true. I don't know what's going on. I found this mostly in the my friends around college. They're a much younger crowd, 19, 20, 21, 22 years old. A lot of them have issues with this. And if you don't want to be in a relationship, that's fine. It doesn't even matter if you just want to be single and sleep around. Who cares? It's your life. You can do whatever you want. Just don't be running around promising someone something if you don't want to do it. You know what I'm saying? It's okay to be in a situationship. Just make sure that you two both understand what's going on. People being so used to instant gratification. I think this is to blame on social media right here, especially things like TikTok. It's also kind of tying into things like Instagram. And this is what I've seen in my experience. If you're with your partner and they're not happy with you that day, they can just go on there and scroll, and there's 100 hot other people on there that they can just look at, and then they can think to themselves, I can get that. And then you're taking a back seat in their mind because you don't bring the attractiveness to the table or something like that. Am I droning on? It seems like I am. This is not a self-deprecation session, by the way. I'm very happy with myself, and I've been focusing on myself for a little while. I have my moments. I wouldn't say I'm too happy with myself and my current life right now, but that's okay. We're moving forward and we're doing pretty good. After all, you're here with me, and I'm pretty happy about that. The next one is the most common enabler. Dating apps are designed to harvest us for profits over fostering genuine connections. I don't really know too much about this because I maybe had a Tinder for a month. I had a Hinge for a couple months. I don't know too much about these dating apps. I didn't spend a lot of time on them. I really thought they were kind of a waste of time. And I only met one or two people on them ever. And then it was kind of ruined for me because going back to the first one, no one really wants a relationship. They just kind of want to hook up. And that's not, I don't know. I'm 29. I turned 30 this year. It's not that interesting to me. I'd rather have something that lasts. There are no more really cool hangout places anymore. Most of it's done online. You don't really have that meetup place like you could back in the day. Everything's also so expensive now, too. This is a good point, but I won't drone on this one for too long. There's a lot of things out there you could do, but I understand the whole, it doesn't feel like you did when you were a child and the skating rink was the place to go. It's just a whole lot of very expensive places now due to inflation, which is sad. Nobody goes out and does anything anymore. You used to be able to go to events and meet people and connect and socialize. There are still events, but it's not like it used to be. It's harder to socialize and meet new people when everyone just stays inside on Discord and plays games. I know a few Fortnite boys. I'm sorry. They exist, and yeah, unfortunately that's becoming a thing. There's a lot of people that would rather sit inside and do nothing. So, don't know what to tell you there. Some people are introverts because they're too afraid to go out and get hurt again. I don't know it, but maybe you understand it. Lack of emotional connection. I rarely see anyone opening up to one another or doing something genuinely romantic for their partners. It's a bit depressing. I can't relate. I like buying flowers. I like writing cute notes. That's my game right there. I love that. I love letting someone know that they're appreciated. You know what I'm saying? And I know there's a lot of people out there that like doing that too. Don't give up hope on that one. No one wants to invest anything anymore because everyone thinks there are better options out there. So if you are not immediately a perfect match, you're out instantly. People refuse to work on relationships because it should be easy if it fits. It's all air castles. That's ooh, a lot to unpack there, but I'll just summarize it for myself and my experience. I feel like that's true. It's a lot of instant gratification because if you think that you could do better, even for an inkling of a second, you could go on Instagram and probably swipe up and message somebody. And a lot of the time, everyone out here is kind of lonely or working through some stuff of their own. So it'll maybe work. And sometimes you could form genuine connections that way. And then sometimes maybe you're hurting somebody else in the process. It kind of boils down to being honest with your partner. Every interaction leading up to the actual in-person date has been monetized by corporate America. Kinda. People romanticizing the idea of companionship, but having commitment issues that prevent any relationship from going anywhere. Bottom line, y'all need therapy. I think everyone should go to therapy. You should. I think you should go to therapy through your choice, by the way. I don't think you should have people convincing you to do it or making you do it. It's much better if you put yourself in there. And it doesn't mean that you're crazy or that you're down bad or you're sad or anything like that. Just do it. It can help with anything. You can help with gambling, relationships, drug addictions, everything. Therapists are not only going to help you through your problems, kind of like your friends will, but they're also qualified and going to give you the best advice and tell you what best to do most of the time. I'm sure there's some therapists out there that may not be, but there's nobody perfect out there anyways. So just do your best and find one that works for you. Having an online presence. So many dates think it's weird if you're not posting on Instagram, etc. I just don't want to. That's kind of fair. If you're not at a 5-star restaurant, but you're still taking a picture of your cheeseburger while you sit down for a date, that's a little weird. But I guess it doesn't bug me too much personally. Lack of reciprocation is what breaks it for me. I put in way too much effort and barely get anything back. I'm on a whole nother level. Yeah, we're not going to talk about that one. That's a bit personal. Nobody communicates anymore. Like others have said, it starts on the dating apps, then it devolves into situationships. Then next thing you know, you're out stalking someone's socials to try and get a clue of their mental or emotional state, instead of just talking about how y'all feel. I think people no longer know how to feel negative emotion in a healthy manner, so they avoid feeling anything that might give them those feelings. Dating is not about love and roses and being perfect. I think marriage is more of the things are easy, we're in love kind of bit. Dating is for the hard parts. You're supposed to figure out the tics of your partner. You're supposed to be able to have those difficult conversations and then work through them. That's what gets people to want to marry you, not just because you have a hot body or your money. And if someone is marrying you for that, you can find out real quick. Have a tough conversation with them and see how long it takes for them to just shut down, walk away, and not even want to talk to you. And then the conversation never comes back up. And if you bring it up, you're crazy. I've seen it happen to buddies of mine. It's happened to me. I've seen it happen to girls that I know. It's unfair. Don't do that to people. People are too afraid to commit. Yes, but the deeper root of that meaning is that they're not happy with themselves, because if they knew themselves and they were themselves, they'd be able to. And by the way, when someone tells you they need time for themselves and then they get into a relationship with somebody else 5 minutes later, that's not anything to do with you. At the end of the day, you weren't the one. By the way, that's okay. They just saved you a whole lot of trouble and maybe even child support payments or taking half the house or something like that. I'm not sure. I've never been married, so who knows? My sister would be a lot better commentary on this. You're judged only by your photo and not what kind of person you are. Yeah, in some ways. I come off as a kind of a douchey frat boy a lot. I get the way that I look. I'm even wearing my fraternity shirt, so that probably doesn't help. But, I mean, I have feelings too. That's judgmental. Don't do that to people. Situationships. Yeah, situationships can screw things up, but just be honest with your partner. Too much crap from movies. People are divorced from reality. In a lot of ways, yeah, because I feel like everyone sees what they want in a movie or the love they want in a movie, and that's just not realistic. It's not. Life is very difficult. Relationships are very difficult. But you know what makes them much easier? Pick up your end of the couch. It's so digitized, fake, incredibly nearby, and yet far away. In many ways, yes, some people care more about their online presence than they do about their actual life. There's always thousands more possibilities waiting on Tinder, so people are too quick to swipe people away unless they're perfect. We already hit on this. And, yeah, kinda. The people expect perfection rather than learn to make it work. Yeah, okay. Okay, but you shouldn't don't settle. You shouldn't settle. If someone's treating you bad and or abusing you or lying to you or cheating on you, or even if your feelings change, like that's okay. First of all, just be honest. But secondly, that's okay. Not all of this stuff has to work out on the first try. Bottom line, end of the day, relationships are very simple. And I'm sorry to see so many people going through all this bull crap and this hoopla and this nonsense that's going on in this day and age and with dating. I have no idea how we're all going to figure it out. But at the end of the day, if there's two things that I can leave you with, it is this. Number one, be honest, because the honesty hurts a little bit in the moment. But the moment that honesty comes out and hurts you, it begins to heal like that. Lies and stuff, those last and those continue to reopen. It's like picking off scabs, but you do it mentally. The lies will screw everything up. Just be honest. Number two, it takes two people to make a relationship work. Relationships don't have to be difficult at all. Relationships are pretty damn easy if you think about it like this. It's pretty hard to move a couch by yourself, but if somebody else is picking up the other end, it's pretty easy. We're not talking about corners and curves and stuff like that. We're talking about moving a couch from one end of the room to the other. And a lot of y'all are in relationships right now where you're picking up your end of the couch and they're taking a nap on it. Put the couch down. Put it down and have a conversation and then figure out how to move forward. Either they pick up their end of the couch or you're moving out. You can leave that couch right there and go get another lease somewhere else. But anyways, 2024 is here. We need to start being more positive towards ourselves. It is time to stop settling for the bare minimum. The bare minimum is easy. Be honest. Don't lie. Don't cheat. Don't steal. Things are simple here. We just have to be more honest with each other. And biggest thing I'm going to leave you with today. You have to be happy with yourself. You need to love yourself first. If someone says that they don't love themselves, my heart goes out to you. The heart is a muscle too, and muscles should be trained till failure. So yeah, you can go ahead and give that person a chance. It's going to bite you really hard though. I think that you could help somebody love themselves. You can, but you can't make someone love themselves. So you should definitely not put yourself in that position. If you're not happy, try your best. Jesus. If you're not happy with where you are, try your best to find your own love. Find yourself. Find the things that make you happy. Surround yourself with people that make you happy. Surround yourself with positivity and people that bring you the happiness that you want in your life. Do things that uplift you. Go to the gym. Go to work and enjoy it for one day. Not everything has to be so bad. It's a whole new year. It's a whole new you. We're going to get slim and thick this year, aren't we? Let's go.